Hi Scribers, and welcome to Agrarian Skies tutorial. Today we're going to be doing the requirement for the quest for the high oven in the Steelworks line of quests that we need to complete, and I thought I would show you how to do this. There's a few tricks that I had to learn, and so maybe you'll learn something from it as well, and hopefully this will help you out. So let's get going. So for this quest, let's look at our quest book. And it's under the steel-powered flight. You have the quest to do high oven hijinks. And for that, you're going to need a high oven controller. You're going to have to make a scorched drain. You're going to have to make some scorched bricks, and you're going to have to make a scorched duck. Now, the one thing about the scorched bricks, you're going to be making a lot of scorched bricks to make all the high oven to begin with, but this will not be 100% completed, because in order to get this particular thing completed, once you get the high oven going, you're going to have to do the scorched bricks through the high oven, and then this will show at 100%, and you'll be ready. And you're going to need to make this. Normally a high oven can be made 3 by 3 by 3, but for this one you need to make it 4 blocks high, because the whole point is we're going to be making steel, and so in order to create steel we'll have to have the high oven at 4 blocks high. So let's get going. And right here in my box I have what I need. I have the high oven controller. I made 2 drains because I want 2 different types of drains out of the high oven. I made a scorched duck, and 30 bricks will be enough to make the 4 high. So in order to make the scorched bricks to begin with, to make all of these, what you'll need to do is you'll have to cook clay into bricks. And then you'll have to put in your smeltery. Of course, you have to have your smeltery first. In your smeltery, you're going to put in some cobblestone and make some seared stone. Once you have the seared stone completed, then you're going to put your brick, right-click it into the casting table, and then pour that seared stone over it. And that will create the bricks that you need to complete all the other bricks, the items that you're going to need for this particular one. So I've got my casting basin, and you're going to use a regular casting table, casting basin, regular seared faucets from the smeltery type bricks. And there's a few other items that we'll need, but we'll get those once we complete the build. So in a 3 by 3 square, what I do is on the lower square, I put regular bricks. And on this back one, I put the output. This is going to be the output input that you can use, and you'll have to, when you right click on it, you can tell it, do I want to output or input, and we'll come back to this once we've built our oven. So then we're going to go to the next level, and right here I'm going to put they recommend putting the controller in the middle, which of the 3 by 3, which would be the second level here. And then on this side I put my 2 drains, because that's where I have the space where I'm going to be putting my drains in here. So that's that. Now the other thing I like to use is ladders. Let me grab my ladders so I can go to the top and come back and down, because I have a feeling I'm going to make it higher than just 4. But for now we'll just make it 4. So then we do the last level and get these bricks in here. Oops, and I forgot to do the bottom one. You do have to make a flat platform on the bottom. I didn't do that first time, and I kept spawning skellies inside, and then I was wondering why. Okay, and then one more level. So you'll have 2, in the 4 high, you'll have 2 empty spots in the center, and then the last one there. And then I'll put my last ladder here, and I think I put these down too low, so let me put this one right there. And that way I can jump up here and then climb up to the top in case I need to make it bigger. Okay, in this spot here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my casting basin and my casting table, and I'll put the 2 seared faucets here. There we go. Okay, and we still have some light issues, so we're going to take care of that. Now, when I interfaced with this first, I put things in here and nothing was happening. Well, what you need for the high oven, it requires a redstone signal. So just put a lever down below the controller, and then when you click it on, it will start it. Let's go back here to the duct. Now this one you can choose whether you want to output or what you want to bring in, if you want to bring fuel. this will be, if whatever it produces will output to this area. So that's usually what I do. So we're going to go ahead and break this chest and use this chest as our output back here. So we're going to place that there. And I'm going to take a quick snooze so you can see everything. It doesn't go all dark on us. And bring the light back up. Okay, so that should have an output to output to this area. Now, if you notice in the Steelworks book, you have different things that you're going to be using to, I guess, get things melted. For example, gunpowder, sugar, and coal are your oxidizers. Reducers are redstone, aluminum, bone meal, and essence berry, and then purifiers are sand, graveyard soil, and ham bone. And then this shows you how to make the steel, what you need to include with the steel. So you're obviously going to use gunpowder, redstone, and sand. And of course, charcoal is going to be your source of heat. And you put iron in there and you will get the steel. This is pig iron, and what we're going to want to look for today to complete our quest is the scorched brick. So we're going to put coal and sand along with stone into the oven to get our scorched bricks. So coal will go here on top, and that's the I believe, what was it, oxidizer, I believe. The coal is the oxidizer, and the sand is a purifier. And then we're going to put cobblestone in this spot here and sand right here. And then I need to put the fuel that you're going to use for the steel oven. And let's go back to looking at fuel, because they talk about the fuel. The fuel has to be something, it has to be special. It can't just be charcoal. I tried that as well and I couldn't get, so we use, coal. You can't use coal, you have to use charcoal. And there's other, I think, let me see if it shows it towards the end. This shows you all the configuration. So a block of charcoal or a block of gunpowder or a sugar cube. I don't know if those are fuels or just ways to, I'm not sure on that. I'd have to get back to you on that. So let's go ahead and I do know that probably in the beginning, I don't know if you'll have other type of fuels, but the fuel that you'll have available to you when you start doing this quest is going to be charcoal. So we're going to use that. So we're going to place the charcoal in here, and you notice nothing's happening. So I have to hit the switch, and now my oven is working, and so it's going to start to heat up. And actually, we don't need to do that many bricks. I think it's 4 bricks that you need to do to complete the quest, or maybe even 1. And so we just wait for the oven to heat up, and you'll see it's in its way to creating that. Once we see the cobblestone melt, then it will start to output immediately to the back. Now, if you don't have an output there, what will happen is they'll just pop out, and these will fly out of the oven, and you'll pick them up. I was thinking at the beginning that you had to actually pop them out in here with an ingot casket, but they just actually simply pop out of the oven. So we're almost there. And we should be complete in just a bit. It takes a while for the oven to heat up, and I believe it can go up, I've seen it go up to almost 2000 Celsius, so it can get pretty hot. And I guess we need this type of oven rather than the smeltery because of the steel. So one cobblestone has been cooked. So we'll come back here, and voila, we have our scorched brick. And when you go back to your quest book, you're going to see that quest is completed for the bricks here. It will not be completed until you actually create a brick from the high oven. Okay, so that is our tutorial for today, short and sweet. So if you have any questions about the high oven, my next tutorial probably will be creating the steel, but I'll try to do different tutorials on different machinery that I have here on Agrarian Skies. And if you have anything specifically you would like to see, please leave a comment below, and I will see if I can do a tutorial for it. If you like this video, please hit that like button, and if you want to see other tutorials or my other videos that I have on my channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next tutorial.